It's time for Mule Sports on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Be All Technology Solutions, Blacks, Flowers, and Gifts, Carnaby Square, Carter Trucking, Carter Turf and Tractor, Christina Copeland Country Financial, Connard Financial Group, CSI Insurance Brokers, DiMaggio's Pizza, Eagle Supply, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Andrew Diesel, Fairfield Banking Company, FNB, Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, Le Mans Motorsports, People's National Bank, Raymond James Marketing, Rush Appliance and Furniture, Sork Farms, Vaughn's Tire, Wabash General Hospital, Walters Buildings, the Wayne County Health Department, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative. Now let's head out to the field for pregame information.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Lakeside Park. It's time for Mules Baseball on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing. Today, the Mules, they'll take on the Cinse Runnin Lions from just up the road. I'm Mark Turner. Mayberry Foster alongside this afternoon for Mules Baseball. We'll take a quick time out. The pregame show coming up. You're watching Mules Baseball on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Carter Trucking in Fairfield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes and wishes each and every one of them a great season, both on and off the field. From rock, sand, dirt, and gravel to riprap, topsoil, fertilizer, cold patch, and more, Carter Trucking in Fairfield has everything you need to get your excavation and dirt work done right. They'll even haul the material and equipment to the job site for you. Located at 7 Williamson Drive in Fairfield, that's Carter Trucking. Call 618-842-2022. In the financial services industry, there's nothing better than experience. And with over 50 years of combined experience, there's no one better than the Connard Financial Group in Fairfield to help you develop a diversified investment portfolio. Whether it's retirement planning, college savings plans, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or certificates of deposit, the Connard Financial Group can help you plan and invest for the future, whatever your goals may be. Give them a call at 618-842-7855 to set up an appointment. The Connard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Vaughn's Tire is more than just a tire shop. With their state-of-the-art facility located at 1704 West Main Street in Fairfield, they're also your one-stop shop for automotive repairs and maintenance. Vaughn's Tire offers oil changes, alignments including heavy-duty alignment, exhausts, diagnostics, accessories, and of course, tires. Vaughn's Tire also now offers general towing services. Open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Give Stephen and the crew at Vaughn's Tire a call at 618-842-2422 to schedule an appointment for all types of general automotive repair. Le Mans Motorsports in Fairfield is your go-to dealer for new and used ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, motorcycles, and a large selection of travel trailers, compact tractors, and mowers. They have the area's best selection of top brands like Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Shasta, and Bobcat. Their factory-certified technicians and knowledgeable parts staff can help you find the right parts and accessories to repair or customize your power sports vehicle to keep it running safe and sound. Stop by Le Mans Motorsports on Route 45 south of Fairfield or call 618-842-3848 or online at lemans.com to start your outdoor motorsports adventure today.
Let CSI Insurance Brokers in Fairfield help you navigate today's overwhelming insurance market. Whether you're looking for farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance, the experienced agents at CSI Insurance Brokers specialize in finding plans customized to fit your needs. Visit their website at csiinsurancebrokers.com or give them a call at 618-842-2193 for a quote today.
Mules come in. They are 4-4 on the year after the hard luck loss yesterday at Edwards County. 4-3 was the final. Mules led 1-0, then they fell behind 3-1, came back, tied the ball game 3-3, and then Edwards County in the bottom of the sixth inning came back and scored one run to get the 4-3 win. Now the Mules 4-4 overall, 0-1 in the Black Diamond Conference. Cinse, they are 3-4 on the year. They lost 9-1 to Lawrenceville yesterday. The Runnin Lions, a very young team, but they have some talent on that ball club. And Mayberry, want to bring you into the broadcast just for a minute. What a beautiful afternoon for baseball. The wind's a little chilly, but, it's a lot better than what we've seen the last few days.
Oh, yeah, it is. Much better weather.
We're going to take another quick timeout. We've got the starting lineups and the opening pitch coming up. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Attention Fairfield business owners. Struggling with your IT needs? Chad Barbary at BL Technology Solutions is here to help. With over 15 years of IT expertise, Chad understands that your business deserves the best. At BL Technology Solutions, they focus on you, providing customized, easy-to-access IT solutions that keep your business running smoothly. From network security to data management, equipment sales to monthly managed services, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, visit b-alltech.com today. BL Technologies, your partner in progress.
Find your home for orthopedics and sports medicine at Wabash General Hospital. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team is ready to assist you with your specific needs. We provide convenient, high-quality services in Albion, Carmine, Flora, Lawrenceville, and Mount Carmel. For more information, please call us at 618-263-6400. Wabash General Hospital. People you know, helping people you love.
If it's in style, it's at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield. Christy and the girls at Carnaby Square are proud to have served Fairfield and Southern Illinois for over 40 years. With premium women's apparel, jewelry, accessories, and shoes from brands like Multiples, Charlie B, and Brighton, just to name a few. Whatever your style, the team at Carnaby can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, with extended hours till 7 on Thursday. Come experience Carnaby Square, the fashion leader, at 115 East Main in Fairfield.
Whether you're in the oil field, farm field, or working on a backyard project right here in Fairfield, Eagle Supply can and will do what it takes to make it a success. Located at 1108 South 1st Street, Eagle Supply has the belts, hoses, or fittings you might need for the job you're doing. They also carry stainless structural steel, hardware of any type, welding supplies, PVC pipe, and parts for Fairbanks engines. Eagle Supply is open 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This game was originally scheduled to be played in Sisney this afternoon, as was Mules softball, which, by the way, you can watch on our sister network, Mule Nation 2. They decided to move that bound here to Fairfield, so that means the Mules will bat first, and they will be the visitors this afternoon. Here are your starting lineups for the Mules. Jesse King will lead things off. He'll be out in center field. First baseman Ian Puckett will bat second. The pitcher Caleb King is the number 3 hitter. Talon Hicksonball out at short this afternoon, bats cleanup. The number 5 hitter is going to be the catcher Bryce Cavacci. The right fielder, Jake Easton, bats 6th. The number 7 hitter, Carson White. Usually the catcher, will play second this afternoon. The number 8 hitter going to be Avery Gardner, and the left fielder is going to be Austin Grieve for the Mules this afternoon. For the Runnin Lions, Gavin Harrell will start things off. He'll be the pitcher. The shortstop is going to be Hayden Hollowell. And we'll get to the lineup for the Lions here in just a bit. We'll take another quick timeout. We'll have more coming up. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
You want pizza done right? You want DiMaggio's Pizza in Fairfield. Whatever your favorite, classic thin crust, Sicilian pan, or Detroit style, pizza is their passion at DiMaggio's. Not in the mood for pizza? No worries. They've got all the great classic Italian dishes as well. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, and 4 to 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at 1312 West Main in Fairfield. Order online at DiMaggio's.pizza or call 618-842-7631 for pickup or delivery.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist, and together, it all works. Wayne White Electric Cooperative, 10,000 members, 11 counties, one very dependable utility.
At FNB, we believe in us. Not us the bank, us the farmers, us the families, us the community. That's why we continuously and proudly support, invest, and volunteer throughout our region. So whether you're from Fairfield, Wayne City, Grayville, or anywhere in between, you'll always find a friendly and helpful neighbor right here at home. FNB, banking, business, life, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Carter Turf and Tractor in Fairfield is your one-stop shop for high-quality outdoor power equipment. Whether it's a tractor, implement, lawnmower, generator, chainsaw, or weed eater for your commercial or residential needs, Carter Turf and Tractor has what you need from industry-leading brands like Kubota, Land Pride, Exmark, Generac, and Echo. And if your equipment needs servicing, the technicians at Carter Turf and Tractor have the knowledge and experience to take care of all your service and repair needs. It's Carter Turf and Tractor, 105 Airport Road in Fairfield.
Is insurance just a monthly payment to you? If so, remember why it's really there. To protect the life you love. Choose a company that sees you as more than a policy number. When you work with a Country Financial rep, you get more out of your insurance. More personalized home and car coverage to protect what matters most to you. More guidance without all the industry jargon, and more confidence that a real person will show up if something goes wrong. I'm Christina Copeland, your country rep here in Fairfield area. I care about the people in this community, and I'll take the time to get to know you so I can help protect you and your family. Call me at 618-842-2185 to experience more.
Getting set for the national anthem here at Lakeside Park. A game that was originally scheduled for Sisney this afternoon has been moved down here to Fairfield as the field is in a little bit better shape. They had a little bit more rain up to the north of us in that big rainstorm. The meeting at the home plate has been concluded, and we'll get set for the national anthem here at Lakeside Park between the Mules and the Cinse Runnin Lions.
Ron Tennant and the gang did on this a few years ago. The field has
Mules in the former or the retro Cardinals jerseys, the light blue. Cinse has taken the field, and we'll get set to go.
The Lions have taken the field.
We'll set the lineup for you here in just a second.
With their blue numerals.
All right.
And blue hats with a big orange C.
The pitcher is going to be Gavin Harrell. The catcher is going to be Shane Losey. Across the infield for Cinse, the third baseman is Zach Dagg. The shortstop is going to be Hagan Howard. Over at second base is Josh Biggs, and the first baseman for the Lions is going to be Harv Kaiser. In the outfield, Caden Dagg is in center field. The left fielder is going to be Ben Spitzner, and the right fielder for the Runnin Lions is going to be Tucker Bowen. Harrell will face Jesse King, Ian Puckett, and Caleb King. Anybody gets on, Talon Hickson ball for the Mules here in the top of the first inning. Mules softball action this afternoon. They're taking on Cinse over at Southwest Park. You can watch that one on Mule Nation 2.
Stan Musial able to get one out that direction. The Runnin Lions get
Harrell completing his tosses, and we'll be ready to go.
To lead it off for Fairfield. Rod Stockwell behind the plate.
tonight. Thumbs up from Raj. He's ready to go. As the throw down is into center field, might have a little delay going to run that down.
All right, just about set for action. Jesse King going to be the leadoff hitter for the Mules here in the top of the first inning. Mules hard luck losers to Albion Edwards County last night. 4-3 was the final.
Taking a final look.
Sisney lost 9-1 to Lawrenceville yesterday. Harold's first pitch on the way. And that is going to be for ball one.
Underway here at Veterans Field in Fairfield.
A little chilly this afternoon, but the sun is out. 1-0 delivery on the way. That's a strike on the outside corner, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Game start whenever you're listening to the radio and television, because folks at home keep score.
1-2 swing and a miss from King. Jesse King now in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gavin Harrell.
Jesse in center field today.
That's outside, and the count now evens at 2-2. Top of the first inning, Mules here at bat at Lakeside Park. Kind of odd, but they are the visiting team in this one. 2-2 delivery from the righty Gavin Harrell on the way. That's a bit high, and the count runs full at 3-2 now. In the on-deck circle is going to be Ian Puckett for the Mules. And a called third strike.
Put a little extra juice on that one. And Jesse King didn't have
and there's one out in the inning now. And Ian Puckett will step in.
So Ian Puckett.
Can we have them tell them not to park there until after 5:30?
Ian Puckett will check in. And he swings at the first pitch he sees and knocks it over to the east side where it is caught by.
And that is out number 2.
For out number 2, 1 pitch to Puckett.
And Caleb King is going to step in now.
The line drive to 5.
Strike 1 to Caleb King. King facing his counterpart this afternoon.
Jesse King steps in.
Curveball misses high, and the count now 1-1.
See if I can't get this plugged in over here.
Okay. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Caleb King. Pitch on the way.
As he swings at strike 2. Gavin Harrell off to a nice start.
Bruce, if you need to get it plugged in, there's a power strip right there. We need it.
Well, I've got a power strip, but it's kind of behind stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
there's the strikeout, and that's 3 up, 3 down for Sisney. Here in the top of the first, we'll take a timeout. Sisney coming to bat. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Teamwork is essential for success in any endeavor, whether it's in the field, on the field, or on the court. Sork Farms LLC is a family-owned farm located south of Fairfield. The good folks at Sork Farms use teamwork to get things done on a daily basis, and they urge the Mules to do the same thing to make this year a great year for FCHS. Good luck, Mules, from Sork Farms LLC.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Andrew Diesel, your local Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why we're a proud sponsor of your FCHS Mules on Mule Nation. For all your investment needs, call Andrew Diesel at 842-4212. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Sisney coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning. The outfield, the defense for the Mules. It's going to be Caleb King on the mound. Behind the plate is going to be Bryce Cavacci. Across the infield, Avery Gardner over at third. The shortstop is Talon Hicksonball. Second base is manned by Carson White this afternoon. Ian Puckett over at first. In center is Jesse King. The left fielder is going to be Austin Grieve, and Jake Easton out in right field this afternoon. King is going to face Gavin Harrell, Hagen Howard, and Cooper Bowen. Anybody gets on, Caden Dagg, the cleanup hitter, will bat for Sisney here in the bottom of the first inning. No score in the top of the first by the Mules. And now,
Caden Dagg in the 4-hole. It'll be Josh Biggs batting fifth. Zach Dagg hits.
all right, just about set for action here, and Gavin Harrell's going to step in.
Over at first base.
Live chat is open this afternoon. Tell us where you're watching the broadcast from.
Out in left field will hit 9 for the running
Will
Lions.
Prince checking in, saying, "Go Mules, you got this game."
Dagg, Biggs, Dagg, Kaiser, Losi, and
Caleb King on the mound. One appearance for King this year. Has a 0.00 ERA. Pitch on the way, swing, and a strike from Harrell.
as 1-1 in on the right-hander Gavin Harrell. He's got those mystery machines.
No score here.
Coolest, like Scooby-Doo.
Pitch on the way. That's a little bit low for ball one.
Mules wearing their baby blue uniforms today with red numerals.
Mules going to be in action tomorrow afternoon. Another conference game. They'll be taking on Edwards County here tomorrow afternoon, weather permitting, of course. That curveball did not break it. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Boy, maybe I tell you, the pitcher's mound looks a little wet, but the grounds crew here at Lakeside Park has done a great job.
Yeah, it looks nice out there.
He will not, as that one is popped into
2-1 delivery on the way.
On the run, it's going to bounce in front of the wall. Bounces by Easton.
Is good.
Double. The first hit of the game goes to Gavin Harrell.
Gavin Harrell doubles to start the ball game, and Sisney with runners in scoring position, and Hagen Howard will step to the plate.
The wind was playing havoc with that outside there for Jake Easton. And taking a look at the rest of the defense for the Mules, as I mentioned, Caleb King on the mound, breaking Cavati behind the plate. Over at third base is Avery Gardner.
Now Hagen Howard steps in. Howard with a wide open stance. Harrell, the runner at second base after the double. That one misses just outside, and it's 1 ball, no strikes now. To Hagen Howard.
That's the second hitter that
1-0 delivery. On the way. That's in for a strike on the outside corner, and the count evens at 1-1.
Finds the strike zone with his second offering to Hagen Howard. Howard, a junior. Pretty good hitter.
1-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. And Howard now in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Caleb King. King allowed the leadoff double to Gavin Harrell. That ball, he put a knock into it. Went to the wall. 1-2 delivery on the way. Outside. Ball 2.
Well, it is kind of not quite gloaming.
Rain in the forecast for tomorrow. We hope we'll get the game in with Edwards County. We'll see.
The next from King.
2-2 delivery swing. And fouled off.
There for Hagen Howard.
And the count remains 2-2.
He'll be facing a 2-2 count with a man on second base and nobody out. Gavin Harrell.
King working from the stretch.
Left field.
Pitches to Howard. That one inside for a ball.
Break for
and the count now 3-2.
Actually playing at Sisney today. That would have been into the cornfield.
3-2 delivery on the way. That one
liner to first, and no throw to second.
Caught by the first baseman, Ian Puckett. There's 1 out in the inning. The runner does not advance, and Cooper Bowen, the DH, will step in.
At second, Gavin Harrell makes it back easily. So Howard with the first out of the inning.
Runner at second is Gavin Harrell.
Cooper Bowen will step in.
He placed one against the wall.
Senior right-handed.
Turn to throw. King does not make the throw. And now Bowen steps back in. King continues to work from the stretch here.
That was his right knee that he injured.
Pitch all the way. Nice pitch from Caleb King. On the outside corner, strike 1.
Gavin Harrell in scoring position. Being kept tight there by Carson White. White standing on the back.
Pitch on the way. That's a bit low for ball one.
Bowen has been so long probably since he had been swinging the bat too much in the competition.
Carson White is standing on the bag out there.
Swing and a miss.
And my guess is saying something to Gavin Harrell.
1-2 the count with one out.
Carson White is the team leader. Boy, he's a talker, man. That one way outside, and that's going to allow the runner to advance. Harrell moves up to third.
Actually, the way that the catcher, Breaking Cavachi, was chasing, it's a good thing he gave up the chase because it left nobody at home plate. So Harrell moves to third base on a wild pitch. Jesse King.
Pitch on the way.
King fires it home. That's fouled.
Bowen fouls and caught, yeah.
First baseman.
Puckett counts for both outs here in the inning now. And now 2 outs with the runner at third, and Caden Dagg will be the batter. Dagg is the center fielder for the Lions this afternoon. The lefty steps in to face Caleb King.
He is the center fielder.
Pitch on the way. Swinging first pitch, pops it up. Grieve on his horse and tracks it down. Runner left on at third. Nobody scores. We head to the top of the second. We're tied 0-0. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Whether you're in the market for a pole barn or a timber frame home, leave the details to Walters Buildings. As the premier post frame builder in the Midwest, Walters Buildings uses only the highest quality materials and the most skilled craftsmen in the industry for a building experience that matches their award-winning buildings. Contact your local Walters Buildings representative at waltersbuildings.com to see what they do for you. Build with confidence. Build with Walters. Family owned since 1958.
The President's Day sales event is happening now at Le Mans Chrysler. Just like old George chopping on the cherry tree, we're chopping away at new vehicle prices. All new in-stock vehicles are sale priced with new vehicle savings up to $13,000. And select models offering financing options as low as 2.9% for 72 months. Everyone qualifies for our pricing. Everyone. Don't forget, Le Mans has you covered like no other with our warranty forever. These offers end March 3rd at Le Mans Chrysler's 412 East Main Fairfield and LeMansOnline.com.
Top of the second inning, Rachel Reed and Barbara Marksom checking in on the live chat saying, go Mules this afternoon. For the Mules, they went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. It'll be Hickson ball, Cavachi, and Easton. Anybody gets on for the Mules, the center fielder, well, if I can read my writing, anybody gets on for the Mules, it's going to be Carson White, the second baseman. All right, we are just about set for action. There's the throw down to second. A little bit high.
Inning number 2 here
and now we're ready to go. Talon Hickson ball will step in for the Mules.
As this ball game was moved from Sisney here to Fairfield. Talon Hickson ball will stand in.
Hickson ball, the right-hander, Gavin Harrell.
Second inning of work.
It's the outside corner, just a bit outside for ball one.
Jake Easton in the hole. Anybody gets on, we'll see Carson White.
1-0 delivery on the way. That's a little bit low for ball two.
Here, as we are in Fairfield, a chance to mention
that one going to be fouled off to the right side.
Ray Fisher passed away over the weekend, and his funeral was yesterday. Ray Fisher, long time coach and trainer and helper of athletes here in Fairfield for years, as well as one of the better fishermen you'll ever meet.
2 balls, 1 strike now to Talon Hickson ball. Harrell with the pitch. Hickson ball grounds that over towards second. A slow grounder over to first, and in time for the 4-3 putout. There's 1 out in the inning.
For the easy out.
And now
there's the replay.
Bryce Cavachi will step in.
The replay machine working out in the truck. Ty Landreth out in the truck along with Abby Springmeyer doing a great job.
One out now, nobody on here in the top of the second inning.
On one of the cameras and Bill
Pitch
Reed
on the way. That's right down central for strike
Bill
one to
Reed
Cavacci.
was playing a Sisney home game. He's wearing his Sisney hat.
Cavacci behind the plate this afternoon for the Mules.
Top of the second
Harrell
inning.
pitching from the windup. Pitch all the way. Cavacci swings on that one.
To right center by
Right center
Cavacci.
field.
And it's going to get down.
Down for a
He's gonna
base
try
hit.
to take
Bobbled by the right fielder, and
Bobbled down for
Cavacci never stopped, and he goes all the way to second. A single to right field by Cavacci. He advances on the error, and Jake Easton will step in now for the Mules.
Had a heck of a time. I don't know if he lost it in the wind, he never made a heck of an attempt to catch it. Cavacci
Easton bats now for the Mules with a runner at second base. Harrell from the stretch now. His first one outside for ball one.
Out here in the top of the second. Windy day. You can hear that wind blowing in.
Pitch on the way on the inside corner for strike one. The
Strike one.
count now even at 1-1.
First hit of the game for the Mules.
Runner at second is Cavacci. That one
Struck hard.
just a bit outside, gets away from the catcher, and Cavacci moves down to third.
Heading over to take third is the Braxton Marshall, the courtesy runner.
Pitch on the way. Easton swings, fouls that one off.
Knock it to the right side. Should be able to get Marshall in.
Braxton Marshall is the courtesy runner down to third for Cavacci, who is behind the plate this afternoon for the Mules.
Lead for Fairfield.
Harrell working from the windup now that Marshall is at third. Pitch is on the way. That's outside for a ball.
That was a good eye by Easton. The next from Harrell. Way out of the zone. Ball gets away. Runner comes home. And he's safe.
Runner is safe after the ball got away from the catcher.
Wild pitches bring the runner around on ball four. Jake Easton takes his base.
Easton down at first after the walk, and Carson Wright will bat for the Mules with one on and one out here in the top of the second.
Wild pitch and a wild pitch.
Rick White. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate the compliment. He's listening. He's listening on his way back to Fairfield from Springfield.
So Carson White steps in.
Glad you joined us, Rick. White looks at ball one. The runner at first is Jake Easton. He reached on a walk.
Mules play a couple of weeks ago. Carson's behind the plate. We'll be here for
Pitch on the way.
tomorrow as they take on Edwards County.
Shot no good.
The Edwards County Lions, Black Diamond Conference ball game. That should start around 4:30, depending on the weather.
2 balls, no strikes now to Carson White.
Easton has a solid lead, not a big long one.
Pitch on the way.
And he runs
And White
without a throw as the
looks
ball bounces from
at
the
strike one, and Easton goes over to second base for the steal.
We'll call it a stolen base, but probably could have been a pass ball. But you're not going to assume that play would be made at second.
One out, runner at second is Easton. Pitch on the way.
Well, he's a long
that
way.
one
That ball
gets away from the catcher, and Easton down to third.
And all the way to third base goes Jake Easton.
And the Mules with a chance to add to their lead. They're leading here 1-0 over the Cinse Runnin Lions.
Carson White, you got to figure he's going to let another one pass.
Pitch on the way. White swings.
Don't make it a full count.
Fouls that one out of play, and the count runs full at 3-2.
White can put it into the outfield.
Mules put the bat on the ball this year. They just have not hit a lot of green. That's why their record is 3-4. They played extremely well this year.
Harrell shakes off his catcher. Now he's ready.
Pitch on the way.
Left side of the mound.
White swings.
Picked up by Harrell.
Down toward third. The runner is good, but the sacrifice by White brings the runner home, and it's 2-0. And 2 outs for Avery Gardner.
Kind of like a swinging bunt there for Carson White.
Avery Gardner out at third base this afternoon. Mules get 2 here. and lead this one 2-0. We're at the top of the second. Gardner swinging first pitch.
And that's going to get
And that will be through for a base hit.
Gets right under Zach Dagg's glove. And the Mules inning continues. Gardner with a base hit.
And right now, Austin Grieve, the lefty, will step in. He's out in right field this afternoon.
This all started with Talon Hicksabah grounding to second base. Breaking Cavachi got
2 outs now. Runner at first
flare hit.
is Gardner. Harold
To second on an error.
facing Austin Grieve, and Grieve looks at ball 1 low.
Wild pitch and advanced home on a wild pitch. Jake Easton walked on that last
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Grieve swinging over towards second and throw to second, and that will do it. Mules get 2 though, and they lead 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Change, such a simple word, yet can be so intimidating. Hi, this is Tanya Harvey, Customer Service Representative at the Fairfield Banking Company, and our staff is ready to make change easy for you. From cashing in your loose change to changing banks completely, we are here to help every step of the way. We offer full-service banking 6 days a week at 4 convenient locations: the Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Company. We're the hometown bank's member FDIC and equal housing lender.
As a family-owned business, you can trust Rush Appliance and Furniture in Fairfield and Carmi to give your family the same attention they give theirs. If you need a refrigerator, range, laundry pair, dishwasher, or furniture, they have the brands you know and trust like Speed Queen, Amana, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, Sealy, and more. And with service after the sale second to none, Rush Appliance and Furniture is your one-stop shop for all your furniture and appliance needs. Rush Appliance and Furniture, 118 West Main in Fairfield and 206 East Main in Carmine.
Mules action tomorrow afternoon for you. The Mules going to be hosting Edwards County. Weather permitting, of course. There is some rain in the forecast. Hopefully we'll get this one in here at Lakeside Park tomorrow afternoon. Caleb King on for his second inning of work. Josh Biggs, Zach Dagg, and Harv Kaiser will be the hitters. Anybody gets on, Shane Losey comes to bat for Sisney here in the bottom of the second inning.
Caleb King out to work for the Mules, out for the second inning, standing on the mound. He will face Josh
Biggs,
Zach Dagg,
the
Harv Kaiser,
second baseman for Sisney this afternoon.
on base here in the
Biggs looking to bunt, pops it up,
attempt, and it hits the fence.
and
Before
out of
Breaking
play.
Cavachi could catch it.
Cavachi had a good jump on it,
Makes it out of play,
but could not get there in time, and the count now, no balls, 1 strike.
it will be a strike instead of a bunt for a hit attempt. As Biggs, the right-hander,
Biggs ready to go, pitch on the way from King. That's a bit high for ball 1.
Takes ball 1. Mules picked up a couple of runs on 2 hits and an error
Low balls.
in the top half of this
Pitch on the way. Outside, that's ball 2. And King now behind in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Wind getting a little stronger as the afternoon
Pitch
wears
coming
on.
up.
That one popped up to
Biggs
the
gonna
left
pop
side.
that one up.
It's out of play, foul.
And foul ball.
This game at Veterans Field in Fairfield. We're in the bottom of the second inning. It was supposed to be played at Sisney.
Mules taking on Sisney in softball action over at Southwest Park this afternoon.
Switch late. As Jesse King moving in the center field, moving over to the right side.
2 strikes now to Biggs.
2-2.
King taking his time. Now he's winding up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's the first strikeout of the ball game for Caleb King.
Threw it past him.
And Zach Dagg will come to the plate.
Zach Dagg will bat. Sophomore third baseman.
1 out here. Bottom of the second.
The Runnin Lions.
Mules leading 2-0, boy.
Socks on.
Dagg way out in front of that one. And it's strike 1.
Those are golf ball color. You can find your golf ball in those things.
No balls, 1 strike now to Zach
Caleb
Dagg.
King.
Pitch on the way from King.
Kind of a
And that's a little bit low for ball one. We are at Veterans Field this afternoon. The game was originally scheduled to be in Sisney. That was changed just a couple of hours ago. Pitch on the way. Inside, ball two.
Gorgeous day, no wind. It felt warmer yesterday, 15 degrees cooler than it does here in Fairfield today.
Pitch is on the way from King. That one swung on.
Base.
Short center field, and Talon Hickson ball out to make the play for the second out of the inning. And Harv Kaiser will be the batter. Kaiser, the first baseman this afternoon.
Heavily wrapped shoulder. He had surgery on that thing about a year ago, as I recall. He'll stand in. He's just a freshman.
Kaiser to bat here. Pitch on the way from King. Inside, ball one.
Mules picked up a couple in the top half of this inning.
1-0 delivery from King. That curveball drops in for a strike.
Game doubled by Gavin Harrell, and he was stranded at second base back in the first inning. Since then,
King has allowed one hit. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Kaiser swings. And caught by the third baseman, Avery Gardner. 1-2-3 inning for Caleb King here in the second. We're headed to the third with the Mules up 2-0. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
As a family-owned business, you can trust Rush Appliance and Furniture in Fairfield and Carmi to give your family the same attention they give theirs. If you need a refrigerator, range, laundry pair, dishwasher, or furniture, they have the brands you know and trust like Speed Queen, Amana, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, Sealy, and more. And with service after the sale second to none, Rush Appliance and Furniture is your one-stop shop for all your furniture and appliance needs. Rush Appliance and Furniture, 118 West Main in Fairfield and 206 East Main in Carmine. When describing traditional products like checking or savings accounts, many banks use the words personal banking. At FNB, they like to focus on the personal side of that term. How? By always applying personal attention, by always delivering with personal care, and by treating you like a person, not an account. FNB, banking, business, life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're in the top of the third inning here at Lakeside Park. The Mules up 2-0. It's going to be leadoff for the Mules. Jesse King, Ian Puckett, and Caleb King. Anybody gets on, Talon Hickson ball will bat for the Mules here in the top of the third inning at Lakeside Park. I'm Mark Turner. Mabry Foster alongside this afternoon. Mabry, this is your first baseball game of the year. How's the track season been going?
Oh, it's been going pretty good. So far, we've won all of our track meets by
All
quite
right,
a bit.
and you're in action Friday at Olney, right?
That is correct. Well, I think the boys are.
Boys are, okay. All right, King looks at ball one from Gavin Harrell, and it's 1 ball, no strikes now to the Mules' leadoff hitter. Pitch on the way. Over to the right side. Harrell tried to reach out and get it, and that's going to allow King to get on base.
Left it on the ground. He covered the glove with his, or covered the ball with his glove, and then couldn't pick it up.
Ian Puckett will step in. He is 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Infield hit or error there, official score?
I would say I'd give him a hit.
I gave him a hit.
Yeah, that's what I'd give him.
Discussion in the booth with the official scorer. We've decided that'll be a base hit for King.
All right, 1 on, nobody out here. Puckett, kind of a check swing, and that's a strike. And the count now, no balls, 1 strike to Ian Puckett.
Third base back in the first inning. He's got a man in front of him on base now, though, as King leads off. Pretty short lead for
1 delivery King. On the wing. Harrell from the stretch, pitch on the way. Puckett swings through. That is a strike. So, Mabry, you run track. You also play tennis. And,
That's
of course,
correct.
we know you play basketball, and you're getting set for travel ball this summer, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I've had a few practices so far, so getting ready for it.
Nobody out here in the third inning, top of.
Harrell ready to go here. Pitch is on the way.
Runner goes. Throw down is to the
a little bit offline as King took off, and it's a stolen base for Jesse King. King out in center field this afternoon for the Mules. And Puckett will step back in. Got a chance to drive in a run here if he puts something in the gap.
Man in scoring position here for Ian Puckett. Puckett, that was ball 1, by the way. On
1-0 delivery from Harrell.
And he bounces that one foul.
That's
that
foul.
Ball's coming right back to the middle. That was, while that was kind of.
That looked like it hurt that one.
He needed that.
Stung a little bit on the swing.
Need to make some contact there or he'd have been sitting down. 2-0, Fairfield leads it here in the top of the third.
All right, Harrell back to the mound. He's pitching from the stretch. The runner at second is Jesse King. Infield single, and then he stole second. Pitch all the way, Puckett. Swings, fouls that one off. New life for Ian Puckett.
Gavin Harrell going to get himself a stack of pitches thrown here.
Harrell with 1 strikeout already in the ball game. Looking here for strikeout number 2.
Right now, there were a lot of pitches in that second.
Nobody out.
As 6 hitters came to the plate.
Runner on second is Jesse King, the leadoff man for the Mules. Pitch all the way from Harrell. And over to short. Picked up. Throw over to first. And that will allow the Mules to have runners at first and third with nobody out here. And Caleb King coming to the bat. King is 0 for 1 in the afternoon, but now a chance to drive in some runs.
Beginning to get a little frustrated. As with nobody out, Caleb King will head to the plate.
Caleb King to face his counterpart here in the top of the third. The Mules are already up 2-0, looking to add to it.
Up at Sisney at the dog pound today. How y'all doing?
Pitch all the way, that's outside.
No throw to second.
Runner takes off without a throw, and now runners at second and third.
Now for the Mules.
With nobody out.
Barney and the gang up there saying hello. How y'all doing? Watching on Wabash today.
Harrell steps off the mound. That allows King to step out of the box. Now he'll get back on. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out, top of the third. Pitch on the way. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Ball gets away from the catcher, and that will allow the runners to advance. Another run crosses the plate for the Mules in the form of Jesse King, and Puckett moves up to third.
Fairfield.
3-0 Mules.
Puckett advances to third.
Mules do not have an earned run. All of those from errors on Sisney or wild pitches. Pitch on the way, King swings. That's a strike.
Mules with 3 runs on 4 hits.
King steps back in. 2 strikes on him now. Harrell from the windup. Pitch on the way and hits the inside corner for a strike. And that's the second strikeout for Gavin Harrell, and that will bring Talon Hicksonball to the plate. Hicksonball
now the man at third base
led off the second inning when the Mules scored 2, and he had the first out of the inning, and then the Mules plated 2 in that inning. Hicksonball, the shortstop here, bats now with a runner on first and 1 out. Hicksonball swinging first pitch, and that is going to be a base hit. And another run for the Mules.
4-0 Fairfield. A solid single for Talon Hicksonball.
Hicksonball with the ribby.
As now a man on first base with 1 out. Breaking Cavachi heading to the plate. Mules trying to put together a crooked number here.
Got things going in the second inning with a base hit. Out to right field, took second on an error. Then it came around to score on the wild pitch. That one up high for ball 1. Harrell seemed to be struggling a little bit over the last 2 innings.
Cavachi, just a sophomore. He's catching today for the Running Lions. Throw over to first is not in time.
Pitch on the way. It's the outside corner for strike 1.
Down the pipe, good pitch. turned around and said, boy, I should have probably swung at that one. That was right over the plate. That one inside.
Inside.
2-1 with a one
Bryce
out.
Cavacci ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike here. We're at the top of the third. Mules are leading 4-0.
Third inning.
Pitch on the way. Cavacci swings on that one over toward right field. And it's caught. And that is a double play as the runner was moving on contact. And that will do it. Couple of runs across the plate, though. And we head to the bottom of the third with the Mules leading 4-0. This is Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Carter Turf and Tractor in Fairfield is your one-stop shop for high-quality outdoor power equipment. Whether it's a tractor, implement, lawnmower, generator, chainsaw, or weed eater for your commercial or residential needs, Carter Turf and Tractor has what you need from industry-leading brands like Kubota, Land Pride, Exmark, Generac, and Echo. And if your equipment needs servicing, the technicians at Carter Turf and Tractor have the knowledge and experience to take care of all your service and repair needs. It's Carter Turf and Tractor, 105 Airport Road in Fairfield. Carter Trucking in Fairfield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes and wishes each and every one of them a great season, both on and off the field. From rock, sand, dirt, and gravel to riprap, topsoil, fertilizer, cold patch, and more, Carter Trucking in Fairfield has everything you need to get your excavation and dirt work done right. They'll even haul the material and equipment to the job site for you. Located at 7 Williamson Drive in Fairfield, that's Carter Trucking. Call 618-842-2022.
Mules baseball and softball action tomorrow for you on Mule Nation. Boys are going to take on Edwards County here at Lakeside Park. The girls take on Edwards County over at Southwest Park. Boys are going to be on Mule Nation, the girls on Mule Nation 2. Max Weaver checking in on the live chat. He's watching this afternoon. We appreciate you, Max. Caleb King pitching a shutout thus far. He'll face 8, 9, and 1. It's going to be Shane Losey, Tucker Bowen, Gavin Harrell, and anybody gets on. Hagen Howard will bat for Sisney here in the bottom of the third inning.
Again, this game was scheduled to be played at Sisney, moved down here this afternoon. Due to a wet field conditions up there at Sisney.
All right, just about set to go. Shane Losey, the catcher for Sisney, steps in.
The home team. They will send hitters. Gavin Harrell. Anybody gets on, we'll see Hagen Howard.
Losey will bat here. Face Caleb King. Swing and a miss. A high strike. And Losey could not hold off. And it's 0-1.
For Sisney. Steps back in ready to go.
Pitch on the way, same pitch. And Losey holds off on that one, and the count evens at 1-1.
Up the ladder, he could get the freshman to climb.
1-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. He goes low this time. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Shane Losey.
So 1-2 to the freshman catcher.
Losey ready to go. King with the pitch. Swing. Losey makes contact. And foul. And the count remains the same at 1-2.
Mules with a couple of runs in the second, couple of runs in the third. They lead it 4-0 here in the bottom of the third.
Pitch on the way. That's outside.
Running Lions.
2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Gavin Harrell doubled to open the contest for the Running Lions.
2-2 delivery from King on the way. Outside, ball 3, and the count runs full.
Losey has climbed his way from a 1-2 hole to a full count and an opportunity to walk.
Pitch on the way from King.
He will do so.
Outside, that's a ball 4. And Shane Losey
good crowd on hand.
heads down to first. And Tucker Bowen will be the batter now for Sisney.
And they just got something. They were happy about that. First base runner since the very early in the game. As that double.
Runner at first, nobody out.
Stranded ball gets away.
Bowen.
The runner will head down to second base. Losey is safe.
Losey moves up to second.
So, a walk and a wild pitch, and it's another man in scoring position with nobody out here for Caleb King.
1 ball, no strikes.
Tucker Bowen at the
King
plate, the freshman.
turns to throw, does not
Left field today.
throw.
We've seen Bowen catch. Tucker will play all over the place.
1-0 delivery on the way. Tucker looking to bunt.
Bunt attempt is low.
And he pulls it back, and it's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to the number 9 hitter for Sisney. Gavin Harrell on deck. He's got the Lions' only hit of the afternoon. He doubled to lead off the game for Sisney. That's outside, ball 3.
Well out of the strike zone.
Now a 3-0 count to Tucker Bowen here.
I don't know how far they'll let him go. With this being a non-conference game, you got to figure that Chris Fleener wants Caleb King to get
3-0 delivery on the way. That's on the outside corner for strike 1.
to make it a full count. Check that, make it 3-1.
Would not surprise me if Bowen just watches this one.
The next
3-1 delivery on the way. Bowen pokes it out and bunts it foul. And the count full now at 3-2. Bowen's going to have to shorten up that swing and try to make some contact.
You have a pretty athletic catcher. Losi out at second base.
King working from the windup. Pitch on the way. High, and that's ball 2. Ball 4, rather.
And Bowen will take his base.
Couple of walks here in the inning. And Sisney with runners at first and second and nobody out. And Gavin Harrell, the batter now for the Lions.
I wondered how long it'd take.
Chris Fleener
Recently,
coming out.
this inning, King has had a heck of a time.
I think he's
trying
just
find
going
the strike zone.
to talk with King here and see what he can do. Just calm his hurler down.
Ball with Coach Fleener. I don't know if they're going to be making a change or not.
Mules were leading 4-0. They scored 2 in the second, 2 in the third.
We'll see who's
It looks like Jake Easton will be coming in for the Mules in from left field.
runners at first and second.
Mules are going to have a new pitcher. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Attention Fairfield business owners. Struggling with your IT needs? Chad Barbary at BL Technology Solutions is here to help. With over 15 years of IT expertise, Chad understands that your business deserves the best. At BL Technology Solutions, they focus on you, providing customized, easy-to-access IT solutions that keep your business running smoothly. From network security to data management, equipment sales to monthly managed services, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, visit b-alltech.com today. BL Technologies, your partner in progress.
This Mule Sports broadcast is brought to you by BL Technology Solutions, Blacks, Flowers, and Gifts, Carnaby Square, Carter Trucking, Carter Turf and Tractor, Christina Copeland Country Financial, Conard Financial Group, CSI Insurance Brokers, DiMaggio's Pizza, Eagle Supply, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Andrew Diesel, Fairfield Banking Company, FNB, Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, Le Mans Motorsports, People's National Bank, Raylan James Marketing, Rush Appliance and Furniture, Sork Farms, Vaughn's Tire, Wabash General Hospital, Walters Buildings, the Wayne County Health Department, and Wainwright Electric Cooperative.
Aiden Martin will be the new pitcher. The lefty will take over for Caleb King. King moves out to left field. And looks like, let's take a look here. We'll get the numbers set for you here before long. All right, so Aiden Martin takes over. Martin, the lefty, finishing up his warm-up tosses this afternoon.
Senior Aiden Martin will head out to pitch for the Fairfield Mules here in the bottom of the third inning as Caleb King heads out to right field and heading into the dugout, Austin Grief. Martin will face the top of the lineup with nobody out and 2 men on. Gavin Harrell.
So Martin moves into the number 9 spot.
Here in a moment as the final warm-up tosses for Martin. Looks like he's ready to go. Looks like Rod Stockwell is about ready to go. Gavin Harrell.
Runner at first is Shane Losey. Tucker Bowen. A runner at second is Shane Losey. Tucker Bowen on at first. Both reached on walks. Nobody out here. Bottom of the third. Martin's first pitch outside for a ball.
Running now for Cinse.
Ball gets away from Cavachi. Nobody will advance.
Out at second base, running for the Running Lions.
So 2-0 now, the count to Gavin Harrell, the leadoff man. He's got the only hit for Cinse this afternoon, a double back in the top of the first, or bottom of the first, rather. Pitch all the way from Martin. That's out top for a ball 3.
And he is making some trouble for himself. Aiden Martin is, as he has thrown 3 pitches all.
3-1 the count.
Got to figure that Harrell will.
That's outside for a 4-pitch walk to Gavin Harrell.
So 3
Runner at second is Eric Atwood. He is a courtesy runner for Shane Losey.
An outstanding hitter heading to the plate.
So the Mules have walked, the bases loaded, and Hagen Howard will be the pitcher.
He has seen enough of Aiden.
All right, well, so Aiden Martin will have a seat.
Faces one hitter and walks him.
And we'll see who the Mules want to bring in now. Looks like they are going to bring in Austin Grieve, yeah.
Austin Grieve has the baseball. That's what the
Okay, we'll take another timeout as Austin Grieve starts his warm-up tosses. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Find your home for orthopedics and sports medicine at Wabash General Hospital. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team is ready to assist you with your specific needs. We provide convenient, high-quality services in Albion, Carmine, Flora, Lawrenceville, and Mount Carmel. For more information, please call us at 618-263-6400. Wabash General Hospital. People you know, helping people you love.
If it's in style, it's at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield. Christy and the girls at Carnaby Square are proud to have served Fairfield and Southern Illinois for over 40 years. With premium women's apparel, jewelry, accessories, and shoes from brands like Multiples, Charlie B., and Brighton, just to name a few. Whatever your style, the team at Carnaby can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, with extended hours till 7 on Thursday. Come experience Carnaby Square, the fashion leader, at 115 East Main in Fairfield.
So Aiden Martin walks one batter on 4 pitches and then is replaced in the lineup by another lefty, Austin Grieve. And now he'll face Hagen Howard with nobody out and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
So the runners at
Mules with the 4-0 lead.
Belong to King. And we've lost our umpire as he's down there talking to Chris Fleener. Greaves ready to go. Now they've gotten everything straightened out. I don't know what other changes were made, but we will gather them as the game wears on. Austin Grieve, sophomore, heads to the top of the mound.
So Grieve, the lefty, on in favor of Aiden Martin, who took over for Caleb King. Hagen Howard, the batter. Bases are loaded, nobody out here. Mules on top 4-0. First pitch from Grieve is outside for a ball.
Atwood over at third. Bowen at second.
1-0 delivery. That's outside for ball 2.
On the bases. Fairfield hasn't thrown a strike this inning, basically.
2 balls, no strikes to Howard. Pitch on the way. And that's low for ball 3. So Grieve comes in. He's thrown 3 straight balls here. Pat White watching from Evansville.
Howard fakes the bunt.
That's a curveball. That's in for a strike. And the count now 3-1 to Hagen Howard.
Take another one. The way the Mules are pitching right now.
3-1 delivery on the way.
Howard is up high.
And that will be a walk. And a run will score for Sisney.
That run will belong to Caleb King. But really, folks, it's been a group effort.
So Shane Eric Atwood will score.
Each of them belonging to a different pitcher. And Tucker Bowen at the plate. He fouls off the first pitch he sees.
Cooper Bowen,
out of the inning.
the DH.
Caught over there by Puckett at first base. And boy, that did Fairfield a favor.
1 out now. The double play is in order now for Caden Dagg, who will step to the plate. Bases are loaded. 1 out here. Dagg, the lefty, center fielder for Sisney.
Bowen at third.
That one's outside for ball 1 from Grieve.
At second. Great speed. Hagen Howard at first. Good speed.
1-0 delivery on the way.
Bouncer to first. Get through Puckett.
And Puckett could not handle the grounder. 1 run, now 2.
He scores. It's a brand new ball game.
Wow, 4-3.
4-3.
Walks and errors will kill you every time we say it.
Caden Dagg.
And Caden Dagg.
And Gavin Harrell comes in to score, as does Tucker Bowen.
On the air.
That's a brand new
And it's
ball
4-3 here as
Hagen Howard stopped over at third. So it's first and third with 1 out.
Grieve is the batter here. Grieve is the pitcher here for the Mules. That's strike 1.
Is in for a strike.
First and third now for Sisney with 1 out.
Big struck out.
Dagg on at first. Howard is on at third. The batter is Josh Biggs.
As they catch Caden Dagg between the bases. Now they've got the runner hung up between first and third. Throw to third is too high.
Runner Howard gets back at third, and
hot box problem there.
the runner moves up to second.
Up on second base with a stolen
Now runners at second and third.
Mules had it played perfectly, but throw was a little high to Gardner from Cavachi. So now runners at second and third with 1 out.
Pitch on the way. That's high for a ball. Runners at second and third now for Sisney. With 1 out in the bottom of the third. Pitch on the way. That's high for a ball. Sisney has plated 3.
2-1.
And it's a 4-3 ball game. Pitch on the way.
Knocks that out into left field. Play is made. Throw home for the sacrifice. Hits the runner, so he'll be safe at home.
Sacrifice fly. And Sisney has tied this ball game up at 4-4, and the runner at second moves over to third.
Not a sacrifice. That bounced where it got to him. I thought he caught it. Huh.
You and I both.
Okay. So Biggs on a second base with a double, or probably a single, and advancing on the throw.
And Zach Dagg will be the batter now for Sisney.
And the running lines have tied it up. Hagen Howard came in to score.
4 runs now have crossed the plate for Sisney here in the bottom of the third. It's a brand new ball game.
Caught. Josh Biggs now heads back to the dugout. I wondered what was going on when he was standing out at second base. Somebody finally told him he was out. I thought he was out. All right. 2 outs now for
2 outs and a runner at third now for Sisney. That was the strangest play I've seen in a while.
Seen that before.
And now they're going to discuss it a little more. Okay, Greaves got the ball. He's back on the bump.
Popped out to shortstop, just behind shortstop, back in the second inning.
So Zach Duke on it to bat. Runner at third. 2 outs.
2 outs.
Pitch on the way. Duke.
It is foul.
Foul ball. And no balls, 1 strike now to Zach Duke.
Number 14, Zach Dagg looking at an 0-2 count. Is Austin Grieve trying to get out of the inning? One run of these 4 does belong to him. One belongs to...
Pitch on the way. That's low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Zach Dagg. That one off the handle. And over to first, and that will do it. 1 runner left on. 4 runs across the plate, though, and Sisney has tied the ball game up at 4. Top of 5 coming up. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
If it's in style, it's at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield. Christy and the girls at Carnaby Square are proud to have served Fairfield and Southern Illinois for over 40 years. With premium women's apparel, jewelry, accessories, and shoes from brands like Multiples, Charlie B, and Brighton, just to name a few. Whatever your style, the team at Carnaby can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, with extended hours till 7 on Thursday. Come experience Carnaby Square, the fashion leader, at 115 East Main in Fairfield.
Whether you're in the oil field, farm field, or working on a backyard project right here in Fairfield, Eagle Supply can and will do what it takes to make it a success. Located at 1108 South 1st Street, Eagle Supply has the belts, hoses, or fittings you might need for the job you're doing. They also carry stainless structural steel, hardware of any type, welding supplies, PVC pipe, and parts for Fairbanks engines. Eagle Supply is open 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment.
Jake Easton going to lead things off for the Mules here in the top of the 4th. Carson White and then Avery Gardner. And if anybody gets on, Austin Grieve will bat for the Mules. All right, Gavin Harrell. Wow, it's a brand new ball game, 4-4. We'll see what the Mules can do here in the top of the 4th.
Beginning for the Running Lions, Jake
Easton, first pitch over to third. Whoa, that goes way over the first baseman, and Easton.
Off the bag,
and Easton will be there.
What a nice throw, but just a little bit high, and Harv couldn't come down with it.
All right, that brings in Carson White. The Mules. This may be a ball game of last one who scores wins.
Heads to the plate for Fairfield, the man on first. Infield hit.
Guess in baseball that's always the case. Pitch on the way. White. Foul ball down the third baseline.
As Gavin Harrell entering his 4th.
Runner on at first is Jake Easton. Grounded to short. The throw. Pull the first baseman Harv Kaiser off the bag.
As Carson White standing in. Jake Easton heads back to first. Avery Gardner.
And now we're just about set.
And the 4th hitter this inning would be Austin Grieve if it gets that far, barring a double play.
Pitch on the way. That one gets away from the catcher, and that allows Easton to move down to second. Sorry.
I am kind of keeping wild pitches, but
there have been several.
1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4.
Okay, White in there. 1-0 count on him.
I think I quit writing them down in the third.
White looks at ball 2.
2-1 to count. Now,
2 balls, 1 strike to Carson White. Harrell steps off. And Shane Losey heads out. Do a little talking here. Runner at second is Jake Easton. He reached on an error, then advanced on a wild pitch over to second base. Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. This game was chugging along until the bottom of the 3rd when the Mules pitching had some issues and allowed Sisney to score 4 runs and tie this ball game up. All right, White back in there. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carson White. Harrell's pitch on the way. That's low. And now 3-1 the count. Pitch on the way from Harrell inside. That's ball 4. And the Mules have runners at first and second with nobody out.
Gavin Harrell having some trouble here.
Avery Gardner to bat.
Walks a man, puts
Gardner singled and scored, or singled and was stranded back in the third.
There is a little bit of rain in the forecast right now, but looking at the radar, don't see any.
Gardner set. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss on a nasty curveball from Gavin Harrell.
Infield hit back in the second inning. He's looking for.
Runner at second is Jake Easton. Over at first is Carson White. Gardner looked to bunt. Ball gets away from the catcher. And both runners advance.
Runners will advance.
Mules with a golden opportunity here to take the lead. Nobody out. Runners at second and third here. We're tied 4-4.
On the wild pitches. It's at least 1, 2, that's 5, 6, maybe. The next from Harrell. Steve!
Pitch on the way from Harrell, and strike 3 to Avery Gardner, and that will be 1 out in the inning here.
And he'll go have a seat.
And Austin Grieve, the lefty, will step in.
The number 9 hitter, Austin Grieve,
Grieve, who is on the mound for the Mules, looking to put himself in line for the W with a base hit here. Could score 2.
Top of the lineup with 1 out, runners at second and third.
Grieve ready to go here. Pitch on the way from Harrell. No, he'll step off.
To a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Grounded to second, tossed to short.
Pitch on the way. That's outside. Ball 1.
Ball 1. Not cracked the corner. Nice day for baseball. The wind has shifted from
Pitch on the way.
South to the west now, though.
Grieve looked to bunt, fouled it off,
might be getting some kind of
and that is strike 1.
I'll play Marcia Yaki today.
1 ball, 1 strike now to Austin Grieve. Mules with a golden opportunity here with runners at second and third and 1 out to take the lead.
Gavin Harrell moves his third baseman in. He's looking for a bunt by the left-handed swinger.
Grieve looks to bunt, and he fouls that one off. Now 2 strikes on Grieve. He's going to have to swing away.
It was a safety squeeze. Easton was not coming home. Easton at third. Carson White at second. He's got a big lead.
Pitch on the way.
Swing, and he pops it.
Austin Grieve pops it up.
It's going to get out of play.
Out of play. Foul ball.
Come on back tomorrow, folks. Baseball here for you at Veterans Field again. Edwards County Lions coming to town. Huge early Black Diamond East matchup. Mules need to even it up with the Edwards County as the Lions beat them yesterday.
Pitch on the way. Grieve fouls that one off. Stays alive.
Fairfield played 3 days in a row. Tell you what, the way the rain has been, these teams are glad to get games in. 1-2 the count here on Austin Grieve.
So Grieve facing in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
To the right side. Harv Kaiser and Josh Biggs are both in almost to the grass.
Runner at second is Carson White. Jake Easton over at third. And Grieve calls time.
Stagg over at third base, almost level with the grass.
Now he's back in.
About halfway from the base.
Ready to go. Pitch on the way. That one just misses outside in the count. Now 2-2.
Well, that was gutty, taking that pitch. That has been, this inning, that's been a ball.
2-2 delivery on the way from Gavin Harrell.
Here in the top of the fourth.
Opposite field, and it will get through. 1 run comes in. Carson White chugging home, and the Mules score 2 and take a 6-4 lead. Nice base hit from Grieve. He went with the pitch. And Grieve going to be on at first.
And we're not quite halfway through.
We're back to the leadoff for Jesse King for the Mules now.
Jesse King will head to the plate. Singled and scored in the third. Struck out looking back in the first. Runner goes on the pitch. Throw down almost in time, but safe. Standing up.
Grieve.
For Austin Grieve.
Down to second.
Lackadaisical. Probably needed to slide on that one, but he was safe. Swipe tag. A little bit behind him. That one gets away.
Ball gets away from the catcher, and that allows Grieve to move down to third.
By Losey. So, 2 runs are in on 2.
Mules have the 6-4 lead.
So far for Fairfield here in the fourth.
On the hit, the 2 RBI single from Austin Grieve. That one. And gets past the second baseman. Another run is going to score.
Past the right fielder as well.
King still on his horse. He's going to hold at second.
He had his eye on it all the way. There'll be a single and an error. Puts a man in scoring position and gives the Mules their 3rd run this inning, 7th of the game. They lead Cinse 7-4 as Ian Puckett.
Still only 1 out. Runner on second is Jesse King. He had the RBI single just a few seconds ago.
0-1 the count to Ian Puckett.
No balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Puckett looks at strike 2.
To Ian Puckett. I don't know if the person keeping score in the booth saw the first pitch. They've got it 0-1 on the board. That's 2.
Should be 0-2. Pitch on the way. Harrell's pitch is a little low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ian Puckett behind in the count here. 1 out. We're at the top of the 4th here. Mules have already played it 2, and it's 6-4.
7-4.
7-4. Thank you, Bruce.
Mules lead it. Here's that one is popped into short
Puckett.
Center field on the run. On the run, it's going to get down. Heading around third base is King. Is he going to try to score? No, he will not.
King holds at third, and Puckett in with a
Just
double.
out of the reach of the center fielder, Caden Dagg. And Puckett advances to second base.
And Caleb King will bat here. 3 runs have scored here in the 4th for the Mules, and they lead 7-4.
Chat with his pitcher, Gavin Harrell. 7 runs are in.
Sisney coach Justin Carson coming out.
Just 1 out here.
Is he going to replace Harrell in the lineup? We'll see.
Harrell having a chat with his coach,
More Mules action tomorrow. We'll be back here at Lakeside Park for the Mules in Edwards County, of course, weather permitting. Mules take on Edwards County in softball tomorrow. That will be on Mule Nation 2. Yeah, looks like they're going to leave Harrell in the ball game.
He will stay in the game.
So we'll set the scene for you. Ian Puckett at second. And Austin Grieve over at third.
As Caleb King
We're in the top of the 4th.
King started out the pitcher. He is not going to be a part of the decision. He has struck out twice to Harrell. Looking both times.
King steps in.
And with 1 out, he
swings and strike 1.
I'm not striking out. Look at this time, folks.
King 0 for 2.
1 out. Runners at second and third. Good speed. Puckett out at second. King at third. He's got great speed. And Harrell will step back. Look at his D.
Caleb King now ready. Harrell from the stretch. High and outside for a ball.
Mules have taken advantage of that drawn in infield a couple of times.
1-1 delivery from Harrell. He steps off the mound. King now set. Harrell not wasting any time. Pitch on the way. King swings. Fouls that one off at the plate.
Top of the 4th. 4 hits and a walk. 3 runs are in. 2 runners on base. 1 and 2 to King.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Caleb King.
7-4 the lead for the Mules. They're trying to add to it.
Pitch is on the way. And swing. And strike three.
So the sombrero for Caleb King.
And that will bring in Talon Hickson ball. Hickson ball 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He's drove in a run.
With 2 outs now.
Hickson ball a chance to
poke one through that big left side.
There's a curveball. That's for a strike to Hickson ball.
As Dag and Howard both staying pretty close to the respective second and third.
0-1 delivery. Outside. Ball 1.
Keep the runners close a little bit. Gavin Harrell, 1-1 here on Hickson ball. Hickson ball.
1 ball, 1 strike to Talon Hickson ball. Hickson ball 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
He's 1 for 2.
Pitch on the way. Hickson ball swings and fouls that off at the plate.
Over the top of Zach Dag over at third base back in that third inning. Mules with 2.
Mules looking for a 2-out rally here. Base hit will more than likely score 2.
Here in the 4th. They lead 7-4. Harrell hanging on by a limb.
Harrell working from the stretch. There is the pitch. Hickson ball swings, fouls that one off. Staying alive is Talon Hickson ball.
7-4.
Mules have scored 3 here, and they lead 7-4.
Good looking out.
We're in the top of the 4th inning here. Mules are the away team because this game was scheduled for Sisney and was moved in.
Inside pitch is popped into short center field. Dag is able to make it.
Dag makes the catch out there in center field for Sisney. 3-run score, 2 left on for the Mules, and they lead 7-4. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Looking for a convenient bank with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With our easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, we are here to make your banking experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans, we're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Put a smile on someone's face today with a beautifully designed floral arrangement from Black's Flowers and Gifts in downtown Fairfield. Whatever the occasion, let Black's help you brighten their day. Call 618-847-7076 for delivery or pickup. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 and 9 to noon on Saturday. Black's Flowers and Gifts, your florist with the personal touch, across from the courthouse in downtown Fairfield. And don't forget to see Black's if you're getting married. We offer tux rentals from Jim's Formal Wear.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at Lakeside Park. The Mules have scored 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 3 here in the 4th for their 7. Sisney got 4 in the 3rd. And the score now, the Mules 7, Sisney 4. Austin Grieve back out to start the 4th for the Mules, completing his warm-up tosses.
Welcome back to Veterans Field.
Throw down to second.
Illinois.
Hickson ball over to Gardner. Gardner gets it back to
as we're in the bottom of the 4th.
Grieve.
Harv Kaiser, Shane Losey.
And we are just about set for the bottom of the 4th inning. Harv Kaiser to lead things off for Sisney. It's going to be Shane Losey and Tucker Bowen. And if anybody gets on, we're back to the leadoff and Gavin Harrell. Kaiser with that heavily wrapped shoulder steps in.
Gave up a couple of runs on just 1 hit.
Grieve the lefty with the pitch, swing, and a foul. And the count now, no balls, 1 strike to Harv Kaiser.
He was lifted. Austin Grieve walked the first hitter he saw, but then was able to get out of the inning.
0-1 delivery.
With some assistance from his field.
Swing. Over toward second, picked up by Carson White, over to first for the 4-3 putout, and there's 1 out in the inning.
Kaiser now over 2.
And that brings in Shane Losey. Losey
first out of the inning.
Walked.
Shane Losey will head to the plate. He walked and scored
in the 3rd.
4-run 3rd inning. He opened the inning with a walk.
Grieve ready to go.
Running
Pitch
Lions
is on
set.
the way.
8 runners to the
On
plate.
the inside, just a bit, and that's ball 1.
Picking up 4. Straining 1.
1-0 delivery from Grieve on the way. Curveball is fouled off out of play down the left field side.
That one's fouled down toward the Fairfield, or pardon me, to Justin Carson, the head coach of the Running Lions.
1-1 delivery from
Wind has
Austin
settled down,
Grieve.
so it's warming up a little bit here.
Pitch on the way, swing. And that one is fouled off.
To the left side, I think off
And the countdown 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harv Kaiser.
1-2. The count now on Losey.
Or rather, Shane Losey, the catcher for Sisney.
Kind of a dark evening. Blue skies, dark blue skies of
Pitch on the way.
the field.
That one misses outside, and the count 2-2 to Losey.
Not really threatening rain or hollering rain. Just kind of sitting around rain.
2-2 delivery on the way. That's high for a ball. And the count runs full at 3-2. Bryce Cavacci asking for an appeal down to second. 3-2 delivery now coming up from Austin Grieve. 1 out here. Bottom of the 4th, Losey swings, fouls that off, and stays alive.
I was kind of, sometimes you'll see kids who have walked the time before, they'll come up and in such a position think, well, I'll just get ball 4 again and take my base again, but Shane
Full
Losey
count now to Shane Losey.
that ball. He stands back in with 1 out. Austin Grieve.
Losey waving that bat around.
Sophomore.
Pitch is on the way.
Hits the
And it's a little bit low for ball 4. And Losey walks for the second
So Shane
time.
Losey, the catcher.
And Tucker Bowen will step to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. Bottom of 4 here. The Mules lead 7-4.
As Tucker Bowen comes up.
Pitch on the way. Bowen, a little check swing. Takes it down to first.
Gathered, they throw down, and the tag is
Oh, yes, sir.
Boy, you don't see that
And
ball that
Puckett
often.
fielded it, touched first, threw down to second. Talon Hickson ball towed him out. And
Down to Talon
nobody scores for Sisney here in the bottom of the 4th. Top of 5 coming up. Mules up 7-4. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
You want pizza done right? You want DiMaggio's Pizza in Fairfield. Whatever your favorite, classic thin crust, Sicilian pan, or Detroit style, pizza is their passion at DiMaggio's. Not in the mood for pizza? No worries. They've got all the great classic Italian dishes as well. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Friday and 4 to 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at 1312 West Main in Fairfield. Order online at DiMaggios.pizza or call 618-842-7631 for pickup or delivery. The Wayne County Health Department is dedicated to working with you to monitor, guard, improve, and protect health and safety in our community. Located at 405 North Basin Road in Fairfield, the department offers a wide range of services from immunizations, early childhood and WIC services to food establishment inspections. Plus, the Wayne County Health Department is the lead agency in the county for public health-related emergencies. For information on all the programs and services offered, check out their website at wchdil.com or call 618-842-5166.
Top of the 5th inning here. Mules with a 7-4 lead over Sisney. For the Mules, Braken Cavacci will lead things off, followed by Jake Easton, Carson White, Avery Gardner if anybody gets on for the Mules. Mabry, could you check your phone to see if we're still streaming? I think we are, but I'm having some issues with my phone.
Fairfield Fairfield came into tonight averaging 6.1 runs.
I
per
believe
game,
we are still up.
giving up 3.8. They've reached that one.
Refresh that.
Cisney came in averaging 4 runs a game, giving up 4.7. They've reached both of those. As it'll be Braken Cavachi,
Does
followed
not.
by Jake Easton, Carson White.
There we go.
Yeah,
Mine's
looks
just
good.
my phone's just a little slow coming up.
Yeah, looks good.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
No
He
problem.
has given up 9 hits and 7 runs.
It is a chilly night here at the ballpark, but thank goodness that wind has died down. Man.
Last inning, but
Braken Cavachi, the catcher for the Mules, leads things off here against
left him in, and he was able to get out of the inning from that spot on. Struck out King, and then got the
Gavin Harrell.
from Hicksonbaugh to end that 4th inning. Settled down nicely. 0-2 the
Pitch
count
on the way.
as Cavachi
Cavachi
pops it
swings.
out into center
Center field.
Dag.
It's going to be
Waves
handled by
everybody else.
Dag. Had a little trouble. That wind's causing some problems out there in center, but Dag makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring in Jake Easton. Easton has scored twice in this ball game, and he started the 3-run rally last inning with when he reached on an error. Easton looks at a ball.
Job out in the truck, Abby Springmeyer and Ty Landreth. Great job down here on the camera work also by Don Ross and Bill Reed. And that one hit him. Harold hits
Easton will head down to first.
Hit him on the pad. Sounded like either hit him on the pad or on the back.
After being hit by a pitch.
And Easton will take his base. Jake Easton, pretty feisty and pretty fast. I'm not sure that's the man you want to hit.
Easton started things last inning.
As he has scored 2 runs, and he has been active on the base paths. With 1 out, that'll bring up Carson White.
Carson White will step in now for the Mules. 1 out, 1 on. Well, nobody out, 1 on. 1 out, 1 on. Yeah, that's right.
Good stolen base for Jake Easton. I was going to say Easton is
Easton just took off and
terrifically active on the base path.
not even a throw down to second. And White set now. Ball outside.
Ball 2. Hold on a second. 2-0 up. Raj. Thank you. Foul ball.
White fouls that one off down the first base line.
1-2. Sorry, I had that wrong. Thank you very much. Blue.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
I know I'm close. 1-2 the count on
Harrell
Carson White.
steps out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carson White.
1 out here. Man on second base.
Jake Easton is the runner at second for the Mules.
He
And White takes time.
For the base pass, he'll probably be sneaking over, trying to get down to third, trying to foul him up and slow him down. Josh Biggs and Hagan Howard are holding him close at second, trying to.
Pitch on the way. White looks at a ball low.
Watches ball 2.
And the count
Zip pass.
evens at 2-2.
2-2 the count. 7-4 the score. Mules trying to add to it here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner goes. Ball's popped up on the infield. Play for the catcher. It's in foul territory, and he can't. Losey can't make the play. Wind was probably playing heck with that one too, as it was coming down.
Count remains 2-2.
Losey had an opportunity.
Mules had the runner moving at second on the hit and run.
For Carson White.
And White will step back in here.
Lions pay. Gavin Harrell heads to the mound.
Harrell steps off.
Getting frustrated, as I think he and Losey communication maybe not the best now. The man at
Harrell with the
base.
pitch. Oh, right over the head of Carson White. And it said it got him on the helmet.
I think he got hit in the helmet as the ball went past, and he'll head down to first base. So, yeah, hit by the pitch.
So both runners on base here, Jake Easton and Carson White, have been hit by pitches.
Second player in a row struck by a pitch.
And that will bring in Avery Gardner. Gardner 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
And Chris Fleener will come in with a sub.
He's going to make a lineup change here.
It's Avery Gardner's spot. I believe that's Marshall, right? That is Marshall. Braxton Marshall to bat for Avery Gardner. With one out, the runners at first and second.
Braxton Marshall, the pinch hitter for Gardner.
Right-handed
pitch on the way.
Launches, ball one.
And that's ball one.
In front of the plate, about 3 feet. Mules with a 3-run lead. And that one is fouled back.
Runners at first and second, one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Braxton Marshall batting for Avery Gardner.
Struck by a pitch on Carson White. He was trying to get his head out of the way, but he ducked to get it out of the way, and the
Ball 2.
Like the cap of the bill of his helmet as he was ducking away. Can't blame a kid for ducking. 2-1. 2-2. Runners do go as the ball is loose, and they will reach second and third.
So Easton and White move up to second and third. And now with one out, the base is open for Braxton Marshall.
2-2 to Braxton Marshall with
2-2 delivery from Harrell on the way. Marshall swinging, fouls that one off out of play.
Out of play. It sounded like that hit something pretty hard out there. Maybe just the top of the concession stand.
2-2 delivery from Gavin Harrell coming up.
Marshall in a crouch.
Pitch on the way. That's inside for a ball. And the count runs through at 3-3. Or 3-2 rather, to Braxton Marshall.
Fills the count. Will the runners go with just one out? I wouldn't be surprised.
3-2 delivery. Marshall.
To the left side, gets through.
One run is going to score. Will the Mules send White? They do. And Braxton Marshall, with a one-out base hit, gets a couple of RBIs.
On a RBI, 2 RBI single for Braxton Marshall. Now I believe Justin Carson has seen enough. He has. With one out here in the 5th.
So the Mules lead now is 9-4. And Carson is going to have to exit the ball game, and we'll get a new pitcher into the lineup here as we continue here in the top of the 5th. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing. We'll be right back.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Andrew Diesel, your local Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why we're a proud sponsor of your FCHS Mules on Mule Nation. For all your investment needs, call Andrew Diesel at 842-4212. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Find your home for orthopedics and sports medicine at Wabash General Hospital. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team is ready to assist you with your specific needs. We provide convenient, high-quality services in Albion, Carmine, Flora, Lawrenceville, and Mount Carmel. For more information, please call us at 618-263-6400. Wabash General Hospital. People you know, helping people you love.
Tucker Bowen takes over on the mound for Sisney here in the top of the 5th inning. Mules chase Gavin Harrell with a 2 RBI single from Braxton Marshall. Tucker Bowen comes in from left field to take over for Gavin Harrell, whose night is over. He gives up 9 runs. And Bowen will face Austin Grieve, his first batter. More Mules action tomorrow afternoon for you. The Mules hosting Edwards County in baseball action and softball action. We'll have both these games for you on the Mule Nation platform. Austin Grieve will be the first batter for the Mules to face Tucker Bowen, who takes over for Gavin Harrell here in the top of the fifth. Mules with a 9-4 lead over Sissening. Pitch on the way, Grieve, first pitch swinging.
Gathered by Bowen, fires to first for the out.
Runner moves up to second.
Moves to second base. 1-3 on the putout, and 2 outs now.
And that'll bring in the leadoff man, Jesse King.
Fairfield. There's your replay.
King 1 for 2. Struck out, he walked and scored, and then singled back in the fourth.
As Jesse King will head to the plate. King has scored a run today. He's 2 for 3. A couple of singles and a strikeout. One of the singles being an infield variety, I believe, if I recall correctly.
Pitch all the way, King swinging on that one. And fouls it off down the third baseline.
0-2 the count here on Jesse King. Leadoff man for Fairfield. How are we? 9-4. 5-run lead for Fairfield.
Pitch on the way from Bowen. That's outside for a ball.
Sissening came back and tied it 4-4. Fairfield went ahead 7-4. And now here in the fifth inning, have tacked on a couple more. That ball is fouled down the right side.
King fouls it off.
So 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3
2
in the
strikes.
Fourth, 2 so far here in the fifth for Fairfield.
Runner at second is Braxton Marshall.
The man at second base.
Had the 2 RBI single.
10 hits, 5 strikeouts, 4 in the third. And
Pitch on the way. That's up high for a ball.
on how well Tucker Bowen gets out of the rest of this inning, will have given up 9 runs.
Pitch on the way outside for a ball.
Of the 9, I'm guessing, let's call 7 of them earned. An error. No, that was a base running. Probably that was a move to runner up.
Outside, Jesse King walks.
Ball 4 to Jesse King. Worked his way back from 0-2 to pick up the
Runners at first and second with 2 out now. With Ian
Harold
Puckett
will
step
give up
into
2
the plate.
walks, but he did strike 2 hitters. And stepping into hit will be Boston Isaacs. Hitting for Ian Puckett.
Okay, Isaacs in now. He is the pinch hitter for Puckett. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
The first pitch. Boy, he was trying to put that one in the old reservoir. The reservoir's not even there anymore, and he was trying to put that one through. I've been trying to actually, with that swing, it would look like maybe more the basketball goal. As that one knocked to Dag.
Dag makes the catch out in center field. Mules leave a couple. They get 2, though. And it's now a 9-5 lead for the Mules. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
This Mules sports broadcast is brought to you by Be All Technology Solutions, Blacks, Flowers, and Gifts, Carnaby Square, Carter Trucking, Carter Turf and Tractor, Christina Copeland Country Financial, Conard Financial Group, CSI Insurance Brokers, DiMaggio's Pizza, Eagle Supply, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Andrew Diesel, Fairfield Banking Company, FNB, Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, Le Mans Motorsports, People's National Bank, Raylan James Marketing, Rush Appliance and Furniture, Sork Farms, Vaughn's Tire, Wabash General Hospital, Walters Buildings, the Wayne County Health Department, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative. Teamwork is essential for success in any endeavor, whether it's in the field, on the field, or on the court. Sork Farms LLC is a family-owned farm located south of Fairfield. The good folks at Sork Farms use teamwork to get things done on a daily basis, and they urge the Mules to do the same thing to make this year a great year for FCHS. Good luck, Mules, from Sork Farms LLC.
Going to be the leadoff man, Gavin Harrell, to start things off for Sisney here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Aiden Martin has checked into the lineup. He'll be at second base now. And it looks like Boston Isaacs, well, no.
Welcome back to Veterans Field.
Well, Greaves still on the mound.
Here it is 9-4. Fairfield on top. Bruce, you say,
It will be King.
Well, this game was actually
Caleb King over at third base. Hickson Ball at short. Martin over at second. And Boston Isaacs in the lineup at first base. Chris Fleener electing to get some of his starters a little rest here in Grieve. First pitch, strike on a curveball to Gavin Harrell.
At the plate, he'll be followed by Hagen Howard and then Cooper Bowen.
Hagen Howard in the on-deck circle. Cooper Bowen in the hole. Pitch on the way, second curveball, Harrell. King over at third. And Isaacs.
King throwing it across and gets the out. Caleb King.
One out in the inning here. Mules lead 9-4 here. Wow, man, Mules with 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 2 in the 5th.
So Austin Grieve.
Now Hagen Howard. Boy, Grieve has really settled down since his first inning. Another curveball, and that's in for a strike.
The second time. Howard was the
old Uncle Charlie.
That third inning was all
0-1 delivery on the way. Straight up the gut. That's going to be a base hit right back up the middle. And Howard on base for Cooper Bowen.
Howard with his first hit of the day gets past Hayden Fellowitz out there at second base. And with one out and a man on first, Cooper Bowen will head to the plate.
Throw over to first. And the runner back easily.
Fellowitz in at...
Yep, Hayden Fellowitz in at second base, not Martin.
And Boston Isaacs over at first as he took the place of Ian.
So it's going to be King, Hickson Ball, Fellowitz, and Isaacs on the infield for the Mules.
Fairfield with a 5-run lead here in the 5th inning. Cooper Bowen can change that with a swing. He bounces it down the left side. The throw to second. In time. Throw to first. Not in time.
Get the lead runner, do the Mules.
Front.
And there's 2 outs here in the inning.
And the second out of the inning is Howard at second base.
And that will bring in Caden Dagg.
6-4. Bowen is on. And he will run for himself, even with the repaired knee. That's good to see.
That pitch low and outside for ball 1.
This is the first time he's been on base today. Caden Dagg at the plate, left-handed center fielder.
1 ball, no strikes here, Grieve. Working from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Curveball on the outside corner. Strike 1.
A little bit low, but good for a strike. Caden Dagg a little frustrated. He thought it was a little bit too low. 2 outs, 1-1 the count on Dagg.
Pitch on the way, Dagg.
First base. Isaacs with the easy hands.
Unassisted play by Boston Isaacs, and that'll do it. A runner left on. Nobody scores, though. We head to the top of the 6th. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Banks all over the world can offer similar products and services. So how do you choose your bank? Hi, this is Anthony Vaughn, loan officer with the Fairfield Banking Company. We strive for a reputation that sets us apart from the other guys. We understand that your time is important, which is why we are always bringing convenience to you. Not only do we offer exceptional services, we are here for you too. We offer full-service banking Monday through Saturday. So what are you waiting for? The Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Company. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a family-owned business, you can trust Rush Appliance and Furniture in Fairfield and Carmi to give your family the same attention they give theirs. If you need a refrigerator, range, laundry repair, dishwasher, or furniture, they have the brands you know and trust like Speed Queen, Abana, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, Sealy, and more. And with service after the sale second to none, Rush Appliance and Furniture is your one-stop shop for all your furniture and appliance needs. Rush Appliance and Furniture, 118 West Main in Fairfield and 206 East Main in Carmine.
Tucker Bowen on for his second inning of relief.
Hey, would you tell Mabry to shut up? I mean, she just
I know.
talks all the time.
I know, she does. Non-stop. Caleb King to lead things off. Hickson ball in the on-deck circle. Bryce Cavacci will bat third for the Mules this inning, providing we don't see any pinch hitters here. There's the throw down to second. Well, Mabry, what's as you move into your senior year, you in your junior year, you move into senior year. What are you looking for college? You looking to play ball in college?
Yeah, I mean, I've considered it and kind of want to go play at a university somewhere, possibly. That would be best case scenario.
Well, I think you are good enough to play somewhere.
I hope so.
And I think that several Mules have left the game. We'll see who all does come up to bat. Grady Rush.
Grady Rush, the batter here. Rush a .333 average on the year, 3 RBIs.
King had the leaves after wearing the sombrero. He walks back to the dugout with the sombrero on his head. 3 strikeouts on the day for Caleb
He'll
King.
face Tucker Bowen. Pitch on the way.
Has to improve on
And
that, right?
Bowen's first pitch a little bit high for ball 1.
First pitch is inside and high, ball 1. Top of the 6th inning, Mules with 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th.
Imagine we'll see a parade of pinch hitters here. Pitch on the way. Rush swings.
Short, it's gathered by Howard.
Howard could not handle it. And Rush over at first reaches base.
Sisney's just having difficulty handling the base.
Talon Hickson ball is going to be the batter here. He remains in the ball game. Hickson ball bats with Grady Rush over at first after the infield hit.
He has 1 hit. He's
Hickson
1 for
ball
3.
looks at a ball outside.
As Tucker Bowen into his second inning of work.
Ball too low.
The ball gets away.
Grady Rush heads down to second as the ball gets away from the catcher. And the Mules with a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
So a 2-0 count here for Hickson ball.
2 balls, no strikes to Talon Hickson ball.
Top of the 6th. That was out of the
That's
zone.
outside now, 3-0.
Fairfield will be back at it tomorrow. We'll be here.
Don't think Hickson ball will take the bat off his shoulder here.
Down here to play the Mules. Curveball in for
Strike.
1. Well, kind of a
Yeah, Hickson ball did not even
to choose the curve.
take the bat off the shoulder.
3-0 count, but it came right back in over the plate. That's what
3-1 delivery on the way.
comfortable with, and he
Hickson
does
ball.
it again.
Swing and a miss.
Strike 2.
Count now 3-2 on Talon Hickson
Full
ball.
count on Talon Hickson ball.
Grady Rush, the runner at second. Nobody out here, top of the 6th. Hickson ball swings, and that is a strikeout.
And nice job, Tucker Bowen, coming back to get the strikeout.
For the first out of the inning now
So that'll bring up
for the Mules.
Braken Cavacci.
Braken Cavacci will bat here.
Cavacci with a hit back in the second, scored a run, bounces it to short. Howard to throw ahead of the runner. They've got him hot box. Rush is in trouble. And throw to third. He is out. So to go down as 6-5-1 on the putout, on the fielder's choice, as Cavacci ends up at second base. What'd I say? 6-5-1 was the putout.
So 2 outs now in the inning, and Hayden Fellow, or whether Jake Easton is the batter.
Better speed probably out there at second base now with Brake and Cavachi over there with the fielder's choice. Courtesy runner for Cavachi. It's Boston Isaacs. That hit him.
It's Easton right his back, and
that got him flush.
I don't think Easton was very happy with that one.
Jake Easton will head to first base with a runner in front of him. That's too bad. It's fun to watch Jake Easton run. He's going to need some new britches, too, as he has about run out of those. As Hayden Fellowitz will come up to hit for Carson White.
Fellowitz took over for White in the field in the bottom of the 5th.
Second baseman for Fairfield is ready to go.
Fellowitz steps in.
2 outs, runners at first and second.
Pitch on the way. Fellowitz fouls that one off. Tucker Bowen on the mound in relief of Gavin Harrell for Sisney. The Mules 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth.
Courtesy runner leading off at second base.
Pitch on the way. Fellowitz swings, fouls that one off. And now 2 strikes on Fellowitz.
0-2. Here with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. They may need to turn the lights on here shortly. As it is getting darker.
2 strikes now on Fellowitz. Pitch from Bowen on the way. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes in the inning for Fellowitz. Mules lead 2. It's still a 9-4 ball game. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
In the financial services industry, there's nothing better than experience. And with over 50 years of combined experience, there's no one better than the Connard Financial Group in Fairfield to help you develop a diversified investment portfolio. Whether it's retirement planning, college savings plans, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or certificates of deposit, the Connard Financial Group can help you plan and invest for the future, whatever your goals may be. Give them a call at 618-842-7855 to set up an appointment. The Connard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Are you looking for a quick-to-respond towing company that can handle automotive and light-duty towing? Vaughn's Tire provides towing and recovery services in Fairfield and surrounding areas with a fleet of tow trucks, including flatbeds. Their well-trained staff will help solve all of your towing and recovery needs with services including jump start, flat tire repair, lockout service, fuel delivery, tire change, roadside assistance, and winch out. For a local towing company with speedy response times, contact Vaughn's Tire at 1704 West Main Street in Fairfield or call them at 618-842-2422.
It'll be Josh Biggs, Zach Dagg, and Harv Kaiser to bat for Sisney here in the bottom of the 6th. Shane Losey, if anybody gets on, and they'll face Austin Grieve. Grieve is in line for the W this afternoon.
Austin Grieve set to go for his 3rd full inning of work. He came in the 3rd inning.
Grady Rush in at first base to replace Ian Puckett. And Grieve will face Biggs here.
And then Grieve gave up 1.
Grieve, that one a little bit high for ball 1.
The 3rd for Sisney. As Josh Biggs will be followed.
Mules lead here 9-4.
Anybody gets on, we'll see Shane
Pitch on the way, that's inside, ball 2.
Austin Grieve looks down at the ground. He may have slipped on that pitch.
2 balls, no strikes now to Josh Biggs. Pitch on the way, swing.
It's knocked into deep left field.
It's deep.
And it is foul.
Foul ball down the left field line. A long strike.
Boy, Easton had a long run.
And Austin Grieve He is happy that that one was pulled foul.
Josh Biggs running for a long time. But he has to get back into the batter's box. 2-1 the count.
Biggs back in, 2 balls, 1 strike on him. Pitch from Grieve on the way. That's fouled off straight back. And the count evens up at 2-2.
Biggs trying to protect his face with that one. Evens the count at 2 apiece.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Biggs.
Zach Dagg waits
Austin
on
Grieve with the pitch.
And let's straighten that one out. That's going to be a base hit.
Base hit for Briggs out to left field.
Running line.
And Zach Dagg will step to the plate.
That foul ball drops one out there in front this time of Jake Easton. So with nobody out.
1 on.
Sisney.
Nobody out here for Sisney in the bottom of the 6th.
Dagg at the plate. He's 0 for 2.
Pitch on the way from Grieve. That's outside for ball 1.
Comes in for a strike.
Oh, it is a strike. Okay. Looked like it stayed out. But it is strike 1. 0-1 the count.
Lefty curve coming from the other way.
To Dagg.
9-4. Fairfield on top. All 4 runs by
Pitch on the way from Grieve. That
bouncer too short. Hits the ball to the second baseman and throw over in time.
Felowitz turns the double play. And a 6-4-3 double play, and the Mules have 2 outs here.
Nice turn out there by Felowitz at second base.
And Harv Kaiser is going to be the batter for
And it's a 6-4-3
Sisney here.
So with 2 outs, here comes Harv Kaiser. Running Lions are running out of outs. That one is popped into deep right field, but heading back and making the play.
Austin Grieve out there in right field makes the play. That will do it.
Marshall out there in right field.
Nobody left. No scores. Top of 7 coming up. Mules up 9-4. You're watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Le Mans Motorsports in Fairfield is your go-to dealer for new and used ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, motorcycles, and a large selection of travel trailers, compact tractors, and mowers. They have the area's best selection of top brands like Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Shasta, and Bobcat. Their factory-certified technicians and knowledgeable parts staff can help you find the right parts and accessories to repair or customize your power sports vehicle to keep it running safe and sound. Stop by Le Mans Motorsports on Route 45 south of Fairfield or call 618-842-3848 or online at lemans.com to start your outdoor motorsports adventure today.
Is insurance just a monthly payment to you? If so, remember why it's really there. To protect the life you love. Choose a company that sees you as more than a policy number. When you work with a Country Financial rep, you get more out of your insurance. More personalized home and car coverage to protect what matters most to you. More guidance without all the industry jargon, and more confidence that a real person will show up if something goes wrong. I'm Christina Copeland, your country rep here in Fairfield area. I care about the people in this community.
Top of the 7th inning here at Lakeside Park. The Mules on top 9-4. Mules with 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th. For the Mules, Austin Grieve with a pair of RBIs, and Braxton Marshall with a pair of RBIs to lead the way for the Mules. Tucker Bowen here in the top of the 7th will face 8, 9, and 1.
9-4, Fairfield leads Sisney here in the top of the 7th.
Tucker
It will be Tucker
completing
Bowen
his
heading
warm-up
back to the
tosses.
mound. He's pitched well in the inning and 2/3 that he has been on the mound. As
Looks like Grady Rush will back for the Mules.
faced Austin Grieve with runners on in the 5th. They scored, but he was able to
That
get out.
Rush, or is that Felowitz? That is Rush, I think.
And he got through a scoreless 6th inning as well. He'll face Braxton Marshall.
Oh, Braxton
As
Marshall,
so often
okay.
happens, old Labner did it again. The kid who made the final play in the outfield will come up to hit to start this top of the 7th. Braxton Marshall. He'll be followed by Austin Grieve and then Jesse King. 8-9-1. Anybody gets on, we'll see Boston Isaacs.
We're at the top of the 7th inning. Mules with the lead, 9-4 over Sisney. Runs in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Bowen. Pitch, throws it over the head of Isaacs.
Marshall, not much over his head, as Marshall had to duck down out of the way. Pretty athletic move by the big man. He's a sophomore.
Pitch on the way. Isaac swings.
Bounces it to Zach Dagg. He fires across in time.
And that's the first out of the inning. And that will bring in Austin Grieve.
Nice play by Zach Dagg and a good hard throw.
Grieve, right now, has the game-winning RBI for the Mules. As the game-winning hit. Actually, this is Logan Hodges. Hodges will bat for.
Logan Hodges will pinch hit here for Austin Grieve. Baseball way that Grieve is going to pitch or not. We'll see if he's going to come back out to pitch in the 7th inning. He can pinch hit pretty liberally in high school baseball.
All right, Hodges.
We'll see what happens.
Pitch on the way. Hodges swinging first pitch. Kind of a swinging bunt. It rolls foul on the left field line. And the count now 0-1. One out here. Top of the 7th inning.
He's pitched pretty well. He's got
Hodges
two strikeouts.
on to pinch hit for Grieve. That's a little bit high for ball one.
There he has one out in the 7th inning. Gavin Harrell started with 4 1/3. Gave up 10 hits, 9 runs, 7 of which
1-1 delivery on the way. Hodges swinging.
Short.
Handed up by Howard.
He gathers and throws across.
Over to first for the second out of the inning.
That one took a little tough hop.
And now back to the leadoff man.
And Howard was able to handle it.
For the Mules. We'll see who bats here.
Batting leadoff for Fairfield. I do not have a 31. Do you have a 31?
Let me look.
Landon Smith. Landon Smith.
Landon Smith. Thank you, Mabry.
Yep.
Is wonderful.
So Landon Smith.
Mabry Foster in the booth with us. Landon Smith batting for Kings.
And that over the top of the head of Smith.
What year is he?
He is a sophomore.
Sophomore. And she knows everybody. That's the thing. Mabry
Yeah.
Up here in the booth. Terrifically popular. She's been talking to folks during the breaks. Never on television. She's on the other TV anyway, folks. Sorry about that. Just having fun. 3-1.
3-1 delivery from Bowen to Landon Smith. Pitch on the way.
To the left side. Dag gathers, throws across, long throw. In time.
3 up, 3 down for Tucker Bowen here in the top of the 7th inning. We go to the bottom of 7 with the Mules on top, 9-4. You are watching Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Whether you're in the market for a pole barn or a timber frame home, leave the details to Walters Buildings. As the premier post frame builder in the Midwest, Walters Buildings uses only the highest quality materials and the most skilled craftsmen in the industry for a building experience that matches their award-winning buildings. Contact your local Walters Buildings representative at waltersbuildings.com to see what they do for you. Build with confidence. Build with Walters. Family owned since 1958.
Lamons Motorsports in Fairfield is your go-to dealer for new and used ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, motorcycles, and a large selection of travel trailers, compact tractors, and mowers. They have the area's best selection of top brands like Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Shasta, and Bobcat. Their factory-certified technicians and knowledgeable parts staff can help you find the right parts and accessories to repair or customize your power sports vehicle to keep it running safe and sound. Stop by Lamons Motorsports on Route 45 south of Fairfield or call 618-842-3848 or online at lamons.com to start your outdoor motorsports adventure today.
Jake Easton on to pitch for the Mules here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Right now, should Easton get through this inning without allowing 6 runs, Austin Grieve's going to pick up the W. In addition, to the game-winning hit. His 2 RBI single gave the Mules the lead at 6-4. They've never looked back. Now lead 9-4.
It will be Jake Easton on the mound here.
Easton will face Shane Losey, Tucker Bowen, and then back to the top of the order, Gavin Harrell here in the bottom of the 7th.
As Austin Grieve with an outstanding performance. He went 4 innings. Gave up 1 run, pardon me. As King gave up 2. Grieve gave up
All right, Losey steps in.
Gave up 1. And
Sisney needs 5 to tie, 6-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
gave up just 3 hits.
Losey ready, Easton set. Pitch
Losey
on the way from Jake. That's over the top of the head of Shane Losey. That one got away from Jake just a bit.
Easton spinning his arm there after that first pitch. He may be trying to get revenge. He hit him a couple of times. We'll see if he can hit somebody.
Pitch on the way, Easton. That's a strike, and Losey fouls that off.
And, that one's fouled off, 1-1 the count on Shane Losey.
1 ball, 1 strike to Shane Losey. Pitch on the way.
Knocked to third
Over to
base.
third.
Good pick
Picks it up.
over there by Isaacs. He throws across.
And that's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, and Tucker Bowen will step in.
For the first out.
1 out here, bottom of the 7th inning.
Lions need base runners as Tucker Bowen will step in.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss from Bowen.
0 for 1 as he sees strike 1. Gavin Harrell on deck for the Running Lions.
1 out here, bottom of the 7th inning. Mules looking for the win. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And the count quickly 0-2 to Tucker Bowen.
The only hitter he saw. And then they brought in Austin Grieve. He walked the first hitter he saw, but then shut things down basically.
0-2 delivery, Jake Easton.
Line for the win. Austin Grieve.
Swing and a miss.
Strike 3.
And 2 outs.
And with 2
And
outs,
Gavin Harrell will step in.
Harrell will head to the plate. Sisney with just 4 hits today. Harrell with 1 of them. He led off the game with a double, but was stranded.
Easton going right at the Lions, and he throws that curveball in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Gavin Harrell. Easton on in relief of Austin Grieve trying to close things out. That one over the top of the head of Harrell. Harrell does nothing but just bows his head and watches that one fly over the top of it. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gavin Harrell. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th inning. Mules leading 9-4 rather.
Mules trying to finish it off. Up high.
That's a little bit high for ball 2.
Harrell walked in the 3rd, scored a run. Base hit, like I mentioned, that double to lead off the game, but he was stranded. And
that curveball fouled off.
back. So the Running Lions
And now
down to
2
last
strikes.
strike with Hagen Howard on deck. They need base runners, and right now.
2 outs here,
2-2
bottom of the
count
7th
on the
inning.
Senior Gavin Harrell. He is in line for the loss.
Harrell with 2 strikes on him.
Calls
time, steps out.
A little bit too much time. Easton in shirt sleeves. He's ready to go.
Pitch on the way, that's
Fired home. I think he was ready to go and then some. He comes in to talk to his catcher. My bad. I might have overthrown that a little bit. I might have overthrown that a lot, Jake.
2 strikes now.
Full count.
3-2 the count on Gavin Harrell.
Harrell on the base pass. Don't need somebody out there messing around. Let's see what
Easton with the pitch.
way up high.
And that's high for a ball.
So
And Harrell goes down to first, and Howard is going to be the batter.
Hagen Howard will step to the plate. Howard with a hit in his last at bat. He's 1 for 2 as well. hitting a walk. He scored one of the runs in that 4-run third inning. He was one of the first 4 hitters up that reached via the walk.
Pitch.
He swings at the first pitch.
Fouled that one off and out of play.
Off the concession stand.
No balls, 1 strike. To Hagen Howard, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 7th inning, Mules had the 9-4 lead over Sisney.
Heck of a time. Trying to clean his eyes. 0-1 to count. To Howard.
Easton working from the stretch with the runner on first. Gavin Harrow after the walk. Throw over to first.
Easton will throw over. Just trying to keep Harrell close. Harrell's not going to steal second. 5 runs down. Surely not. Nice of Easton.
0-1 delivery from Jake Easton.
0-1 to count
From the
with 2
stretch.
outs.
Pitch is
The
on the way.
throw home is
That's
Eagles
out.
Steal second. Throw down. Boy, that was close.
Harrell
Wow.
didn't even bother to try and slide, but he gets in.
Slide.
And a runner at second base
Kavachi
now.
Nearly got him at second. That was so close. That would have been a rough way to end the ball game. Down by 5, caught stealing. Woo.
1-1 delivery on the way.
1-1 into the dirt.
Ball 2.
Ball 2 to Hagen Howard. Kavachi's probably thinking, let's see you try to steal third, Buster. 2-1 to count.
2 balls, 1 strike to
gonna
Howard.
do it.
Pitch on the way.
He's going to have that one as the ball's hit foul.
Foul ball out of play, and the count now 2-2.
Basically off with the pitch. He was off before the pitch. He was halfway to third. And nobody moving on the defense to cover because they don't care. Let him run. They don't. That run is the first of many they would need. 2-2.
2-2 delivery from Easton on the way. That's a called third strike. And that will do it. Mules improve to 5-4 on the year with the 9-4 win over Sisney. The Mule Nation postgame show is coming up. This is Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Let CSI Insurance Brokers in Fairfield help you navigate today's overwhelming insurance market. Whether you're looking for farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance, the experienced agents at CSI Insurance Brokers specialize in finding plans customized to fit your needs. Visit their website at csiinsurancebrokers.com or give them a call at 618-842-2193 for a quote today.
Looking for the perfect spot to host your next event? Discover RJ on Main in downtown Fairfield. Whether it's a bridal shower, baby shower, corporate event, or workshop, we've got you covered. Enjoy free Wi-Fi, free coffee, and tables and chairs for up to 60 people. Make your event unforgettable at RJ on Main. Book your event today at RJ on Main by visiting online at raylanjames.com/RJ on Main or call 618-315-3611.
Put a smile on someone's face today with a beautifully designed floral arrangement from Black's Flowers and Gifts in downtown Fairfield. Whatever the occasion, let Black's help you brighten their day. Call 618-847-7076 for delivery or pickup. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 and 9 to noon on Saturday. Black's Flowers and Gifts, your florist with the personal touch, across from the courthouse in downtown Fairfield. And don't forget to see Black's if you're getting married. We offer tux rentals from Jim's Formal Wear.
When you bank with strangers, you get treated like one. Hi, I'm Michelle Garner with the Fairfield Banking Company, and each day we strive to make your banking experience top-notch. Whether you're opening a new account or buying your first home, it's important to us. You're not just another customer, and we're not just another bank. Stop by today at any of our 4 convenient locations, the Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Company. We're the hometown banks, and everybody knows your name. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The Wayne County Health Department is dedicated to working with you to monitor, guard, improve, and protect health and safety in our community. Located at 405 North Mason Road in Fairfield, the department offers a wide range of services from immunizations, early childhood and WIC services to food establishment inspections. Plus, the Wayne County Health Department is the lead agency in the county for public health-related emergencies. For information on all the programs and services offered, check out their website at wchdil.com or call 618-842-5166. Mules improved to 5-4 with the 9-4 win
over the Cinse Runnin Lions here tonight. Austin Grieve gets the win. He also gets the game-winning RBI with a 2 RBI single back in the 4th inning. Coach, good win tonight.
Thanks. We made it interesting, though, didn't we?
Well, you got it. You got out to them early. They came back and tied. You fought through some adversity there in that 3rd inning.
We
scored their runs.
We had a little trouble throwing strikes there, and we didn't want it to get too bad there, but there's too many walks in that inning, So
went through. I thought Austin Grieve came in, gave you some really good innings. He gets the win tonight.
He did, yeah. And I wasn't sure at first because he came in and walked his first batter too, and I was a little hesitant, didn't know who else was going to be next. But we let him go one more batter, and then he kind of settled in after that.
And then Jake Easton comes in and clears the board for you in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, we wanted to give Jake a little action right there, and Jake can throw the ball pretty well too. So I was pleased with the boys for not giving up and doing their jobs when they come in.
Round 2 tomorrow against Edwards County. That was a tough one on Tuesday night.
Yeah, that one was a hard one to take, and now it's our turn to get a little revenge. So hopefully our boys come ready to go tomorrow, and hopefully the rain holds off and we can get it in.
All right. Coach, appreciate the visit.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on the W.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Coach Chris Fleener, the Mules win this one 9-4. Austin Grieve, the hero tonight. He gets the game-winning RBI, 2 RBI single in the 4th inning. And then Boston Isaacs with 2 RBIs in the 4th inning. Or rather, Greaves coming in, Isaacs coming in the 5th, and Greaves coming in the 4th. Grieve also gets the win. Mules now 5-4. They'll take on Edwards County tomorrow night here at Veterans Field at Lakeside Park. It's going to wrap it up for tonight. For Mabry Foster, I'm Mark Turner. Have a good evening, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by Wayne White Electric Cooperative, the Wayne County Health Department, Walters Buildings, Wabash General Hospital, Vaughn's Tire, Sork Farms, Rush Appliance and Furniture, Raylan James Marketing, People's National Bank, Le Mans Motorsports, Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, FNB, Fairfield Banking Company, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Andrew Diesel, Eagle Supply, DiMaggio's Pizza, CSI Insurance Brokers, Connard Financial Group, Christina Copeland Country Financial, Carter Turf and Tractor, Carter Trucking, Carnaby Square, Black's Flowers and Gifts, and Be All Technology Solutions. Mule Sports has been a sports presentation of Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.